Was it easy to slip back into OB?
It was actually, yeah, it was. It's really strange. I think, I don't know if many actors would agree, but I think once you spend a lot of time building a character and creating a character, I think they're always there in the back of your mind, you know? It's very easy to kind of pull them out the bag again. So I had to do a little bit of sort of work in terms of where the character had been and what he'd been up to, but I didn't want to change him too much because, I mean, 8 years is a long time, but people don't really change, do they? In terms of, they learn a lot, they get a little bit wiser, but I didn't want to bring him back and, you know, not be the character that people remembered. So I did my best to make sure that wasn't the case.
Right. And what? So it was announced yesterday. What's the reaction been to your return?
It's been fantastic. It's been really, really lovely. I wasn't sure what the reaction would be. I wondered if a few people, young viewers, might have been like, you know, who's Ob, you know, because I know he's been chatted about a lot. Because my nieces and nephews, they watch Hollyoaks and they always tell me that, oh, well, Tom texted OB or Tom went to visit OB. So I know he's always been there in the background. So I think for a lot of viewers, maybe they get to find out who he is. And I think it's been really lovely for the older viewers, you know, who I guess my character grew up with. You know, they grew up watching the show and they're really familiar with the character. So there's been a lot of nostalgia, a lot of warmth, and I think it's made a lot of Hollyoaks viewers really happy, which is always good.
Yeah, fantastic to get that kind of reception.
Yeah, really nice, really, really nice.
So tell us a little bit about your storyline. What can you tell us? Why is OB back in the village?
So basically, as we saw at the screen, in the Osborns have gone missing. Nobody really knows why, for sure. And Cindy gets in touch with OB and asks him to come back and help him find Tom, basically, because obviously OB's very close to Tom. And basically OB ends up playing detective, I guess, in the village, trying to get to the bottom of the reason behind their disappearance. He might have an ulterior motive, I'm not going to reveal that. And also I get to work a lot with obviously Cindy, Stephanie plays Cindy, and also Tamara, who plays Grace. We kind of team up a little bit as well in order to find out the reason behind it. So it's been lovely working with so many different actors, actually. It's not just been confined to one sort of character, so it's been lovely. Great.
So I'm assuming from that DS Knight has not been up to scratch in the case.
Duncan from Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to throw shade at Duncan from Blue at all. I think it would kind of ruin Hollyoaks if the police were good at the job, wouldn't it? I think they need to be pretty lame in order for all these amazing storylines to occur. So, yeah, I think there'd be something seriously wrong if the police were doing the job in Hollyoaks, yeah. I think the whole place would just kind of collapse on itself, maybe.
So, fill us in on your last 8 years. What have you been doing?
Last 8 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so after leaving Hollyoaks, I moved down to London. Lived here for quite a while, about 5 years maybe, doing presenting, basically. Yeah, so continued the presenting, and then just this year decided to get back into acting. Just really missed acting, really love the industry. So I did a show at the start of the year in Manchester called Senseless Romance, and then I did another one after that called In Flame, which was fantastic, both really lovely plays. And at the moment, as I mentioned before, I'm in theatre doing When Both Sides Surrender, which is at 53.2, which is a new theatre in Manchester. Gorgeous place, underneath the Deansgate Arches. It's got a lot of character and the perfect place for this type of play that we're doing, really. We're exploring a lot of really kind of interesting issues. And then obviously now doing Hollyoaks. So this year especially, I felt so lucky, really, because I know how tough it is, you know, as an actor, and I wasn't really expecting anything. So to have done all this theatre and obviously come back to the show that kind of started me out as an actor, it's been a really lovely year. Yeah, I've really enjoyed 2016.